is up, YouTubers? This is your boy's Cartoon, and I'm here today to bring you another Bleach Brave Souls video. I'm going to be doing the 6-star 100% character analysis on none other than Sanpakto Koro no Ryu, Hyorinmaru. That's right, I'm going to be doing the 6-star 100% character analysis on the Ice Dragon Sanpakto, Hyorinmaru. So without further ado, let's get into this bad boy. Alright, looking at his stats, they're looking very clean, especially considering that he is a ranged character. So starting off with his stamina, he has 796. This is 4 points shy of 800, but this is an outstanding stamina for a ranged character. You kind of need that stamina because usually not doing much damage on the field. So, you know. Next, attack, 534. This is actually really good for a ranged character once again. Because of the fact that he's ranged and he's capable of producing that kind of damage, well, that attack, that's pretty decent. Defense, 275. This is a bit on the higher side. It's above the average for certain, and it is much needed since he is a projectile type, and I tend to think that they're fragile. Next, focus, 237. This is not a great focus. I mean, it's beneath the average, but it's not something we normally care about, and it's not beneath by that many points, so it's completely acceptable. Lastly, he has 560 SP. That is a very sizable chunk of SP. It means that his strong attacks are probably going to have some really potent damage. Okay, so his soul trait also to note is freeze duration, and this kind of stinks because, you know, I don't consider that PvE viable. I just consider that a throwaway. It's just way too circumstantial for me to even bring it into consideration. So going into his soul tree, you will notice that he has 5 attainable upgrades, none of which block his path to full completion of 150. So all you have to do is augment this character and give him the appropriate jewels, which are stamina jewels. That is the most outstanding attribute on him, so of course it would be that. Alright, so from top to bottom, left to right, we're going to go over these. Sprinter increases the number of flash steps. This is very common. Next, Debilitator. This increases the status ailment duration. So this is awesome. Like, you know, he has the freeze, and Devastation increases special move damage. You know how I feel about that. Throw away. Next, Bruiser increases normal attack damage. Okay. And lastly, Berserker increases strong attack damage. So he has 2 augments to his strong and normal attack. That's fairly good. Either way, guys, he's looking pretty promising. Let's just get into these clips. I hope you enjoy. Running a sad build. Sad build. Eyes in raid quest. Full boost stars. Let's get it poppin'. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is test out those cooldown times. First strong attack, 8 seconds. Second strong attack, 16 seconds. And last strong attack, it's going to be 24 seconds. That is fairly standard recharge times. So let's put these into effect. I had to do a little bit of work on this guy to kind of figure out what his playstyle is. And, you know, that attack right there is pretty broken. It actually hits upwards of 5 times when you maximize the damage output of it, and that's like allowing it to go its full course in a straight line. It's a very linear attack. It does have a bit of AoE on the side of it, a little bit of bulk on the side, and does a lot of damage because it'll strike them 200 times, you know, for 200 damage, but 15 times. Like, it hits 15 times. It's 15 hitter is crazy. Alright, so, wow. Alright, that Ice Flower does 2k with this strong attack build. I kind of like the damage it's producing. It's fairly decent. I don't really like the Ice Flower one. I mean, it does 2 hits. Every one of his attacks is a multi-hit. And guard breaks, which is pretty good. Alright, this one actually hits 3 times for about somewhere around 1,000, 1,500 when it crits. So that's a pretty decent one, but this one hitting 15 hits, that's just insane. And it's his first strong attack, so it has the faster cooldown, which is crazy. Alright, he's still able to produce a K of damage on his normal attacks, which is fairly okay, you know, but I do have that extra augmented attack power, so, you know, that's probably the reason. If you weren't running the extra attack, probably wouldn't happen for you. But with a glove, you'd probably see the same amount of damage. But yeah, his playstyle is fairly decent. I don't really like the fact that this one is like really close range, the second one, and then the other ones just kind of are serious pushbacks for mobs. You know, it kind of disconnects the two types, and it, you know, he's a ranged fighter, but then you give him a move like this where he has to kind of go in to maximize the potential, and it just kind of defeats the purpose. Like I said, it just causes a disconnect between his other moves as well as his normal attack string. And, you know, the fact that, you know, you have to circumstantially come up with a playstyle to kind of complement his particular move sets, you know, that can get a little troublesome if you're not used to it. You know, and also it's not like he's doing outstanding damage. Yes, he is doing 15 hits there, but you know, at 300 apiece, it's not all that much. You know, it just doesn't amount to that much. Maybe like 4,500 max for the potential. But a sad build is completely viable with this character. I'm impressed by it. Sad build. Testing the special. No Tenshintai. Still one of the coolest animations ever. Oh, that was underwhelming. Running a SAR build. SAR build, Aizen raid, full boosters. Let's get it popping. Alright, so since we're running a SAR build, let us test out those recharge times. First strong attack, 5 seconds, pretty solid. Second strong attack, 11 seconds. And final strong attack, 16 seconds. Alright, so let's get into this, because I already started it off. Alright, so he doesn't lose too much potency on his strong attacks. You could definitely see the difference though. He went from doing 300 on these small ones to doing more or less 250, maybe 190 I'm seeing. So yeah, he's not doing that much damage, but you know, just having that kind of control, 2 strong attacks that are controlled strong attacks, and the first one having that cooldown like that, and such a wide range of AoE with such a long linear line, it just, oh my god. It's just, you could actually do this all day with this character. You can just go back and forth, you know, with this kind of playstyle, and you notice that I really don't even need the Ice Flower. I just kind of use it for some extra damage in there, but I don't necessarily need to use it. I could just use the first and the third strong attack and kind of, you know, come up with some type of way to, you know, bide my time in between. But you really don't have to bide your time much. As you can see, I have like many strong attacks already cooled down, and yeah, the mobs are dying a lot faster than with a sad build. I can say that very much, and it's because I'm not waiting to do damage, and you can always DPS with your ranged normal attack string, which is fantastic. They're not even getting close to me unless I'm letting them get close to me. I do these things on purpose, you know, get all up in their area. It's just, it's open season on these guys. You look for the right angle, you travel around it. The AI is completely retarded, so they're not even onto what you're doing. And you kind of just, you know, line them up and take them down. But I like the fact that you always have like an answer for every single one of these guys. It's awesome. And I'll throw in some Ice Flower too, because, you know, why not? But I guess the Ice Flower is pretty good, like if you get really close range, or if one of them, you know, you manage to miss one, because it's very easy to miss the mobs with these. You know, but I'm liking the multi-hits. I'm liking how fast it moves. Clears a room out in seconds, really. Like, I like it. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a pretty decent score. Pretty good clear. Running a NAD build. NAD build, Aizen raid, full boosters. Let's get her done. Well, alright. So, since we're running a NAD build, let's test out that string. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. He actually has a 4-hit attack string, and it takes a little pause before he actually launches that last one. Alright, he moves forward with every step of his string that he launches as well. So let's see how much NAD damage this guy's got. Ooh, oh wow, whoa, I likes that. I don't even have to get too close. What is that about? You know what? I think we have a winner. We have a super winner right here. Like, the fact that he could push back mobs. I mean, he isn't doing that much damage with those strong attacks either. They just look that way when you run a sad build. But with it, forget it. They're not even getting close. They're not even getting a chance. Wow, this guy he's very impressive with a NAD build. I like it. I'm surprised. I didn't think he was going to be this good, and I thought Soderno was going to be pretty, she was going to be outstanding with it, but I prefer this guy with a NAD build, and it's because it's like his strong attacks were built for a NAD build. Alright, and with those multi-hits, it gives you a possible chance of opening up more crit. So he didn't even suffer that much in terms of hit damage. So yeah, I would definitely opt to go with a NAD build. It gets, yeah.
Well, there you have it. That's my 6-star 100% character analysis on Hyorinmaru. In the end, you find out that the NAD gets the top score, SAR gets the middle score, and SAD gets the lower score. And the breakdown for this is fairly simple. With a NAD build, he produces quite a sufficient amount of damage when it comes down to his normal attacks. I saw him producing like 2k on the reg, and that is crazy. Completing his whole string is going to do 8k damage, and that's something that his strong attacks normally do not produce, even with a sad build. So for that reason, the NAD build gets the highest score, and it has the fastest clear time. The only one gripe I have about this build is just the fact that he has that attack string that is a little stiff, and I don't like that on range characters. Alright, but it does have the best assets of him, just uncovered. When it comes down to a SAR build, it's really fun to use a SAR build, and I actually prefer using a SAR build because I feel like I'm more in control and doing more stuff and having more fun. And it also lets me use the second attack, the Ice Flower, which causes a really big disconnect in a lot of other builds. So I actually like this, and you don't really have to play keep away. You can get all up in the mob's face and maximize the potential of those strong attacks and mix in some normal attacks. So it really works in cohesion with each other, and it kind of complements him as a character altogether. But it still has the slower clear time, and for that I have to deduct points, and you guys know that. Lastly is a sad build with the slowest of clear time, and it just doesn't produce enough damage for me to actually invest all that extra effort into beefing up his strong attacks. They can only produce somewhere around 6k on the first one, maybe if you have good crits, about 4k on the second one if you have good crits and good SP, and on the last one you can produce maximum about maybe 4 to 7k. I think I don't really think you're gonna produce that many. The most important part about his strong attacks is that they have multi-hits, and they're great segues to cause that freeze proc and allow you to launch even more attacks without at your comfort at least. So with that being said, it's just really not smart to capitalize on his strong attacks. It kind of is a viable build. It's still why even bother? But that's just one build anyway. And his special it's not all that special. I mean, aside from the animation, which looks really sweet, it doesn't really do much damage either. And that damage I was doing was actually on a character that he had the affinity against, so he should have been doing at least some sizable damage, but that didn't happen. Alright, and lastly, that freeze duration soul trait, that's really bothersome. It just squanders the potential of what more damage he could produce. I mean, could you imagine? And it is what it is. But for those reasons, this character does get an A rating. Not an A+, just an A, because of that soul trait of his, that attack string that's stiff, and that secondary attack that kind of disconnects him with other builds. Okay, so yeah, that's why he loses points, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this guy can help you complete any and all raids, as he will be doing stock damage plus in any and all raids, and that's a big plus. So for my opinion here, I recommend that you level this character up, all the way up, because he is a treasure to have, and he can make doing a lot of things very easy for you. Even co-ops.
can make them really easy because you can just hang in the back and just provide your team with really excellent support. Okay, but that's my analysis. You're always welcome to make up your own opinions on this matter, because that's what this is about, guys. But that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll be bringing you more Bleach Brave Souls content throughout the week. I'm your boy Scartoon, and I'll be signing out of here.
Dude, chill. Productions.